Good morning viewers, you're welcome to News on Flip. I am Christian Chuku. Let's take a look at the top headline. An ASUU strike may be extended after meeting with the federal government. We will not shut down, airline operators recant. Will soon expose Imo killings, sponsors Governor Uzodinma. And Tinubu tell Nigerians to embrace religious tolerance. Lagos building to be demolished for failing test. That is from Dr. Olufemi. Vote wisely, Amechi charges APC delegates. Now to business. A rise in crude oil will worsen inflation. That's from the IMF. And sports, Man City trash outshines Newcastle. Let's take a look at the news in detail. Members of the National Executive Council of the Academic Staff Union of Universities held a crucial meeting in Abuja over the 12-week strike. The meeting gathered a member of ASUU NEC told the press that the strike may be extended. We are still meeting, but from the reports given so far, we have no reason to suspend the strike. The federal government is not serious, the NEC members said. There have been media reports that ASUU had on February 14 commenced a warning strike to press home some demands. The lecturers asked the government to implement the memorandum of action signed in December 2020 on funding for the revitalization of public universities. Other demands are earned academic allowances, renegotiation of the 2009 agreement, and the deployment of the University Transparency and Accountability Solution, amongst others. Meanwhile, the Minister of Labour and Employment, Dr. Chris Ngige, had on Friday stated that the federal government and ASUU would resume negotiations this week. Ngige noted that the multiple industrial disputes in the education sector could have been averted if the union in the education sector took advantage of this open door policy like the health unions. He said, "We don't have to cry over spilled milk. Let us look at your issues to see the ones we can handle. Immediately, the ones we can do in the medium term and the ones we can do in the long term. There are certain ones that are over and above me, that are not in my hands to do. My job is to prepare an agreement after reconciliation on what you have agreed with your employers, the Federal Ministry of Education. Put timelines and monitor them to see whether the results will be there," he said. Now, the airline operators in the country on Sunday said they would not continue with the planned suspension of flight operations as earlier announced. The body clarified that their decision followed intervention by the government with promises to dialogue with operators in seeking lasting solutions to the astronomical rise in the price of aviation fuel. The operator's position was contained in a statement on Sunday jointly signed by its president Abdul Munaf Yanusa Sarina and other members. Others who signed the statement include the executive director Max Air, Alhaji Shehu Wada, the chairman United Nigeria Airlines, Dr. Obiora Okonkwo, the CEO Arik Air, Captain Roy Ilebud, the CEO Aerial Contractors, Captain Abdullahi Mahmoud, the MD Asman Air, Faisal Abdul Munaf, and the chairman of Air Peace, Barrister Allen Oyema. We have also reached the decision with the highest consideration for our esteemed customers who have been faced with uncertainty over the last few days, and to enable them to have access to travel to their various destinations for the time being during the period of discussions with relevant authorities. In view of the above and in the interest of national economy and security considerations, AON hereby wishes to notify the general public that the earlier announced shutdown of operations on May 9th, 2022 is hereby suspended in good faith pending the outcome of hopefully fruitful engagement with the government. He announced on Governor Uzodinma, the Imo State Governor, Senator Hope Uzodinma, has said he will reveal the sponsors of killings in the state in 2 weeks. Speaking with journalists in Lagos, Uzodinma insisted that he had identified the politicians behind insecurity in the state and investigations by security agencies were ongoing. He said politicians against the ruling All Progressives Congress are behind the killings and maiming in the state and vowed to name them. However, had a meeting with security agencies who pleaded that naming the sponsors when the investigation is still going on could jeopardize the efforts. The last time I contacted them a few days ago, they requested 2 more weeks. I do hope that in 2 weeks the report will be ready and then it will be made public to Nigerians. The governor also spoke on the quest for the presidency by the Southeast, noting that Igbo presidency in 2023 would address the injustice and the cries of marginalization in the region. Every political party is after candidates' capacity to win elections. In the Southeast, we are ready to produce the president of Nigeria. There is a national sympathy for the Southeast to produce the president. What will make it work is for the 2 leading political parties to produce candidates from the Southeast geopolitical zone. Let the People's Democratic Party produce a Southeasterner as their presidential candidate. Let the APC also produce a Southeasterner as their presidential candidate. With this, we would have centralized this power sharing in a manner that it has become all-inclusive, and justice and equity would have been seen to be done, he said. Tinubu urged Nigerians, the national leader of the All Progressives Congress, the presidential aspirant Asiwaju Bola Tinubu, has urged Nigerians to embrace religious tolerance to ensure lasting peace and stability in the country. He also promised to address the and reward system if elected president, so that party members could get due recognition for their efforts. The APC leader disclosed this in a statement issued by the director of his media office, Tunde Rahman. On Sunday, Tinubu was quoted to have said this during his meeting with the APC delegates in Adama and Taraba State, when he interfaced with them in light of the party's forthcoming primaries. He said, "You must resolve your differences and put your house in order. We will work with you on this. One important thing you need is the unity of purpose. Nigerians embrace religious tolerance to ensure lasting peace and stability in the country. The confidence Lagosians have in me and my team in 1999 and 2003 has propelled the state to its present level, where Lagos is the 6th largest economy in Africa." The courtesy visit was after the installation of the APC chieftain, Dr. Mahmoud Ahmad, as Sarki Gabas Adamawa, and the party's national vice chairman Northeast, Mustafa Salihu, as Sai Adamawa by the royal father. The permanent secretary, Lagos State Emergency Management Agency, Dr. Olufemi Oke Osayintolu, has said the agency, alongside officials of the Lagos State Building Control Agency, will demolish a building in the Ebute Meta area of the state for failing integrity and structural tests. Okay, Osayintolu, in a statement on Sunday, described the building as illegal, adding that several stop work orders have been issued on the building located on number 54 Jeba Street, Ebute Meta. He noted that in the interest of public safety, the agency will pull down the structure to ground zero with immediate effect. Okay, Osayintolu said LASEMA and LASCA have been forced to intervene in an illegal building site at number 54 Jeba Street, Ebute Meta. The construction has failed numerous integrity and structural tests and has been subjected to several stop work orders which have been flouted severally. Members of the public are to be assured of the commitment of the administration of Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu to public safety, law and order. Further updates will follow, he said. On Amechi, the Minister of Transportation, Rotimi Amechi, has advised the All Progressives Congress party delegates not to waste their votes at the forthcoming presidential primary. In a statement issued by his media office on Sunday, the presidential aspirant has stated this during his address to delegates in Edo State. He urged the people to question politicians who sought their votes on how they had managed the economy. He said, "Politicians will come to ask for your votes, but please, as South people, politicians and good people of Nigeria, don't waste your votes." The problem with politicians is you. The elite have shown you they are here to chop money, and you allow them. They will bring money here and say you should vote for them, and nobody will care to ask what was he before now, what is his performance, the economy they want to come and manage, how have they performed. Ask me as Minister of Transportation. I'm working hard to ensure that Lagos Calabar rail line begins and will come through Benin. I can account for my part. So when those in charge of the economy come to you for votes, ask them how they have managed the economy. Ask them, as I am here, ask me. If you ask this kind of questions, they will not come forward. I come with experience. Let them come with that experience. I come with the experience of being a speaker for 8 years, and I manage my colleagues without being impeached. The first time in the history of Nigeria that a speaker will serve for 8 years without being impeached. It was me, and I was chairman of the Speakers Forum twice. A candidate's electability is essential for you. If not, the APC will lose the election. On business, the International Monetary Fund has said rising oil prices may lead to high inflation and slow growth across the world. It stated prices spike. It disclosed this in a new report titled "Lower Oil Reliance Insulates the World from 1970 Style to Shock." They don't. You know the dining. We sincerely apologize for that break in transmission. We're still on to Fliptv news. Now to business. Rising crude oil is what inflation and the IMF. The International Monetary Fund has said rising oil prices may lead to high inflation and slow growth across the world. It stated that the rising oil prices may echo in the 1970s when geopolitical tensions caused fossil fuel prices to spike. It disclosed this in a new report. Lower oil reliance insulates the world from 1970s style crude shock, according to the IMF. The war in Ukraine, the strike, the federal government is not serious. the NEC member said there have been media reports that ASU had